Good morning, this is Mission Control Houston, bringing you live coverage of the docking of Progress 83 cargo spacecraft to the Zvezda module on the aft or back end of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. You're currently seeing live views inside of the International Space Station Flight Control Room here in Houston, Texas. Flight controllers here are working in tandem with flight controllers halfway around the world in Russian Mission Control Center in the town of Koryov on the outskirts of Moscow to monitor the slow and steady approach of the Progress 83 cargo craft to the International Space Station. The unpiloted resupply cargo vehicle that launched on Thursday is wrapping up its 2-day, 34-orbit journey to the station with a docking to the Zvezda module just about 49 minutes from now. All of the Progress systems are in good shape, and all of the rendezvous burns and engine firings to fine-tune the Progress's approach have been executed without any issues, and the Progress is all set moving into the neighborhood of the International Space Station a short time from now. At show open, we're about 11.2 kilometers out from the International Space Station.
We have acquisition time is 11:01 minus 15. You can start getting ready, take the ruler and the timer. Mark has been tested.
As Progress moves in close to the station, it'll begin an automated fly-around of the station to precisely align its docking mechanism with the Zvezda module. That angle for alignment is 127 degrees. The module serves as a docking port for Russian vehicles as well as an airlock for Russian spacewalks out of the International Space Station.
Level 2 duplex command and BPS turning on.
You're currently seeing live views from the Progress vehicle as it locks in on the International Space Station. In your lower left corner, you see the range and rate that Progress is closing in on the International Space Station. Progress 83 lifted off on Thursday, February 9th, right on time at 12:15 a.m. Central Time, which was 11:15 a.m. at the launch site in Baikonur. The Soyuz 2.1A booster, filled with 2.8 tons of cargo, lifted off from Site 31 in Baikonur and performed a series of 3 nominal burns to propel the Progress into orbit, where it began its 2-day, 34-orbit journey to the orbital outpost. And the Progress is set to arrive and dock to the Zvezda module on the aft or the back end of the station this morning around 2:49 a.m. Central Time, 3:49 a.m. Eastern Time.
Two duplex on. Copy.
Again, all of the various rendezvous maneuvers and engine firings have gone as planned to set the Progress up for its automated docking.
Is the PVPS off?
The Progress is carrying 5,715 pounds, or about 2.8 tons of cargo to the International Space Station this morning. Within that cargo is 3,501 pounds of propellant, 88 pounds of nitrogen, 926 pounds of water, and about 1,200 pounds of dry cargo, including spare parts and other supplies for the crew on board the International Space Station.
I copy.
Экипаж МКС ЦП Москвы в канале СГ-1.
Station Moscow, Station 1.
Запись телевидения.
That's the time when you start the recording of the TV image. Yes, I copy. BPS 21 on. Copy. Recording is on.
Запись включена.
Recording is on.
Экипаж МКС ЦП Москвы.
Station Moscow, on Space Band 1.
Подтвердите включение везде связи 3.
Page 19. Please confirm BPL 1. 3 recording is on.
Включаем на ПА-1 линию связи 3.
BPL 1, com line 3 is on, and we can see transmission. Copy.
Пул БПС включен у нас уже, да?
Full BPS is on, isn't it?
Да, пул БПС включено.
Yes, full BPS is on.
Принято.
Copy.
Команду на включение ТОРа приготовили?
Is the Toro command activation on? On the laptop?
Готово. Подготовлено.
Yes. It's ready.
Принято. Принято.
Copy. Standing by for a go. Copy.
Дальность 5,5 минус 9 скорость. Есть захват.
We have acquisition.
Станцию наблюдаем в центре.
Принято.
5 minus 9 velocity. Copy.
If you're just joining us, we're bringing you live coverage of the docking of the Progress 83 cargo spacecraft to the Zvezda module on the aft or back end of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. You are currently seeing live views from the Progress as it approaches the International Space Station. Here in the International Space Station Flight Control Room in Houston, the Orbit 1 team of flight controllers are on console for the Progress docking this morning. Teams are being led by Flight Director Chloe Merriring, and to her right is Spacecraft Communicator, or CAPCOM, NASA astronaut Zena Cardman. Selected in 2017, a part of the Turtle class, she will be providing a second set of eyes as Progress approaches the station this morning. Again, Progress lifted off on Thursday, February 9th, right on time at 12:15 a.m. Central Time, which was 11:15 a.m. at the launch site in Baikonur. The Soyuz 2.1A booster, filled with 2.8 tons of cargo, lifted off from Site 31 in Baikonur and performed a series of 3 nominal burns to propel the Progress into orbit, where it began its 2-day 34-orbit journey to the orbital outpost, and the Progress is set to arrive and dock to the Zvezda module on the aft or back end of the station this morning around 2:49 a.m. Central Time.
Copy, let's continue monitoring. Station Moscow on Ukove. Go ahead. Reporting on VHF. 4 kilometers, minus 8.4. We have acquisition, the station at the center. Copy.
Again, all the various rendezvous maneuvers and engine firings have gone as planned to set the
Station
Progress
Moscow.
up for its automated docking.
Station 1.
The Corps' automated rendezvous system on the Progress
I
and
can
its
hear you.
corresponding hardware
Copy.
on the Russian segment of the station have all been activated and checked out.
3.5 range, minus 8.2 velocity. Copy.
Again, the Corps' automated rendezvous system on the Progress and its corresponding hardware on the Russian segment of the station have been activated and checked out, and everything is in good shape, as well as the Toru system, which is the telerobotically operated rendezvous system that would be used from a control panel using a joystick in the Russian segment in the service module of the station. In the unlikely event that an automated rendezvous problem would occur that would prevent the Corps' automated system from guiding the Progress in for docking. Sergei Prokopiev and Dmitry Patelin are standing by monitoring docking, ready to jump into motion if needed.
Захват есть. Станция в центре, ожидаем. Третий импульс.
3 range, minus 8.12. Station the center, standing by for the burn. Sergei, the latest calculation says 11:16:21. Understood.
Тору готовы через минуту включить.
Toru is ready in 1 minute. We are not turning it on just yet,
А мы готовы.
but we are ready.
Наблюдаем разворот.
We can see the maneuver.
Принято.
Copy.
Сигнал нестабильный, пропадание изображения.
Image lost, not stable.
Принято.
Copy.
And that bright speck on your screen that just went out of view is the first views from the International Space Station of the Progress vehicle as it approaches.
Изображения пока не видим, нету.
Still no image.
Да, у нас тоже нет.
Nothing here either.
Появилось изображение. Идет
We have
торможение. Прошло разворот. Снят.
the image now.
Дальность 1,8, минус 4 метра в секунду скорость. Захват есть.
We have acquisition minus 4 meters per second, range 11.8. We can see the maneuver. Copy.
Наблюдаем, станция вошла в поле зрения.
And we can see the station.
Станция в центре ВКУ.
The station is the center of the vehicle. Copy.
Ждем разрешения на включение Тора.
Standing by for Toro activation.
Принято.
Copy.
Сергей, есть разрешение на включение Тору.
Sergey, we have a go to activate Toro.
Принято. Включаем Тору.
Copy Toro on.
Режим Тору выдан. Готов к проведению теста.
Toro mode sent. Ready to do the test.
По странице 21, пункт 4.2.
Next page 21, 4.2.
4.2. Все клавиши.
4.2.
Сеть.
Turning the
Светодиодов сеть есть.
it on. LED is on. We have
Принято.
power on.
УБПС исходная.
UBPS
Загорание
on.
светодиодов УБПС.
LED on.
Включаю БПС исходная.
BPS on.
Есть внешние, есть внутренние светодиоды.
Have internal, external.
Принято. Приступайте к тесту.
Copy, please proceed to the row route test.
Ручки подготовлены, приступают к тесту РУО. На всех каналах
Testing.
вверх. Есть прорабатывание.
All channels
4.
up,
Нейтраль.
upwards, yes.
Вниз. Есть 4.
Down.
Следовательно, нейтраль.
Have 4 sequences.
Есть
To the left.
4. Нейтраль.
Have 4
Вправо.
to the right.
Есть 4. Нейтраль.
Yes,
По часовой.
we have it.
Есть 4.
Clockwise,
Нейтраль.
neutral,
Часовой.
counterclockwise.
Есть 4. Нейтраль.
4, yes.
Тестирован. Замечаний нет.
Or tested.
Вверх.
Testing route.
Есть внешние.
Copy.
Есть внутренние. Нейтраль.
External, internal, neutral. Down.
Внешние. Есть внутренние. Нейтраль.
External, internal,
Лево. Есть
Left.
внешние. Есть внутренние. Нейтраль.
external, internal, neutral.
Право.
To
Внешние.
the right.
Внутренние. Нейтраль.
External, internal, neutral.
Торможение.
Braking.
Внешние. Внутренние. Нейтраль.
External, internal, neutral.
На разгон. Внешние.
Accelerating.
Внутренние.
External, internal, neutral.
Ручек произведен. Замечаний нет.
Handles tested out, no comment.
Принято. Но все равно включайте
Copy, but please don't forget to turn on BPS исходное.
УБПС исходно включено.
UBPS is on.
Светодиодов есть. БПС.
LEDs are on.
Есть загорание внешних, внутренних.
External, internal.
Приступаем к работе по пункту 4.3.
4.3 now.
Выполняем пункт 4.3.
4.3.
БПС исходная.
BPS исходное.
Внешние, внутренние горят.
Internal, external on. Work on.
Есть загорание внешних, есть внутренняя работа.
Yes, we have internal, external.
Пересвет.
Copy.
Выполняем. Последовательно.
Proceeding on.
Одно нажатие. Есть изменения.
Перерывы не забывайте.
Light filter mode, don't forget about the brakes.
Прошло. Повторно
5 seconds
есть
gone.
заставленное.
Pressing again.
Светодиоды нужно прогонять.
Do the image the way you like it.
Еще раз выдал 2 нажатия.
Once again, 2 times pressing the button.
Третий раз.
Excess light,
Now
third
under
time.
1,000 meters away from the International Space
bright.
Station. Progress continues to close in.
Dots gone.
The show opened the Progress continue executing a series of pre-programmed engine firings called impulse burns. Those burns are small thruster firings from the engine that will enable the Progress to move more precisely and fine-tune its course to the International Space Station.
Да, у нас с нулевой пересветки сразу на второй почему-то перескакивает.
From 0 filter mode, it went straight to number 2 for some reason without stopping.
Перерыв сделайте помедленнее. Больше 5 секунд делайте.
Make breaks and make them longer than just 5 seconds.
Так и делаем.
That's what I'm doing.
Минус 2,4 скорость. Захват есть.
700 minus 24, we have an acquisition.
And from this view from the Progress vehicle, you can see in the lower left-hand section the top number, 0.723 kilometers, and that's the distance separating the Progress from its destination at the International Space Station. And that number right under it shows the rate of closure, and Progress closing in at a rate of 2.39 meters per second.
Copy. It's off.
У нас с 10 до 25, возможно, с 11 до 25.
We may have says starting at 11:25.
Хорошо, принято.
I copy, thank you.
Ждем начала облета.
Ставка в центре.
Standing by for flight round.
По 22 странице.
And then continue page 22.
Принято.
Copy.
Даем облет, дальность 600. Минус 1,6
Standing by for flight round and range is 600.
в центре.
The image is at the center, copy.
Дальность 500. Минус 1,5 скорость. Захват есть. Станция в центре.
A range 500 minus 1.5.
Now about 25 minutes from the start of the fly around, just about 2 minutes from the fly around by the Progress, starting at 2:25 a.m. Central Time, 3:25 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, this will be a fly around starting at a range of about 400 meters between the Progress itself and the International Space Station, resulting in station keeping procedure. Basically, the Progress putting the brakes on for a couple of minutes of system checks before the command is given to initiate final approach for docking. And we're about 24 minutes out from docking.
Minus 145, 430 range. Copy.
Progress is now about 410 meters away from the station, close in at a rate of about 1.39 meters per second.
Fly around, range 400, 1.5 velocity rate.
Построение плоскости облета.
I can see how the fly around plane is being built. Copy.
Ну, визуально дальность тоже контролируйте.
And you can control the range visually.
Такая же, как по курсу.
It's the same as in course.
Принято.
Copy.
Визуальная дальность такая же, как измеренная.
The visual range is the same as the one measured.
Принято.
Copy.
And fly around has been initiated.
Copy.
Дальность 290, минус 0,6 скорость.
Minus 0.6 rate at 290 range. Copy. I can see the fly around. Copy.
Дальность 260, минус 0,47 скорость. Идет облет.
Range 260 minus 0.47, and I am observing the fly around. Copy.
Дальность 227, скорость минус 0,28. Станция
Range 227 minus 0.28. Fly around continues. I can see the station. Copy.
Минут до входа в тень. По данным телеметрии, фара включена.
Accurate, soon. The light is on, according to that telemetry.
Принято.
Copy?
And we're now seeing an up-close view from a camera on the truss of the International Space Station. Once we get, there we go, Progress back in view as it is approaching the International Space Station. Again, it's in a fly-over or fly-around pattern currently. The fly-around of the station will last only just for a few minutes, resulting in station keeping for a brief period to enable the Russian flight control team time to assess the vehicle systems before they reinitiate the system's automated approach for contact and capture.
And we confirm signal acquisition.
Принято.
And we are standing by for station keeping.
Наблюдаем, как летит корабль с камеры, которая на агрегатном отсеке.
We do see the video from the SM aft camera, most likely. We see that the light is on.
Новости Ковальцова.
Copy, and we are at the axis of the docking
Скорость около нуля.
node, and the range is about 0.197, and the range rate is about 0. Copy.
Ждем, может, разрешат выдать раньше. Причал. Время есть, вроде бы.
Well, maybe they will give us a go
Причал на станции есть.
to send the
Идет раз.
final rendezvous and docking command, and I confirm the maneuver has started.
Again, Progress in the final stretch to deliver 5,715 pounds or 2.8 tons of cargo to the International Space Station. Within that cargo is 3,501 pounds of propellant, 88 pounds of nitrogen, 926 pounds of water, and about 1,200 pounds of dry cargo, which includes spare parts and other supplies for the crew on board the International Space Station. And now just about 141 meters separating the Progress from the International Space Station. All systems still running smoothly for an on-time docking scheduled for about 2:49 a.m. Central Time.
If we lose S-band comm, please switch over to SHSS.
Понял, да.
Wilco.
Ожидаем. Есть запон. Время 11:30.
We confirm station keeping. Range is 185 and range rate is at
Со стороны станции также есть.
0.0. Please send PU BPS initial on the signal conversion unit and bring up display 44. Copy. We confirm operation outer and innermost are illuminated. 11:34:55 is the time when I sent the final approach commands has been sent. Copy. Please deactivate the operation command. Copy. Operation is off. Okay, and the the innermost are not illuminated. Okay, awesome. Work for page 23. That's going to be automatic rendezvous and docking monitoring. Copy. Okay, we are. I confirm the posigrade maneuver, and the range is 0.184. Copy. Range is 160, and the range rate is minus 0.83. Copy.
And the progress at the time is currently in station keeping. Again, this hold position at a range currently of 126 meters, out designed to enable the flight control team at the Russian Mission Control Center in Koryov to assess the status of the progress before final approach is initiated. And we're looking for that final approach to be called in just under a minute now.
Is a little bit above the center of the crosshairs. Copy. It's about a half a square.
And final approach has commenced. We're about 106 meters away from the International Space Station.
Range is less than 100. Range rate is minus 0.57. Copy. Range is 80, and minus 0.36 is the range rate, and we copy all. Range is 70, and range rate is minus 0.3. So the target is a little bit to the left, about half a square up. We copy. Range is 50. Range rate is unintelligible. And please confirm about the docking and internal transfer system activation and readiness and activation. Sergey, please provide a running commentary all the time so that we know we have com. Okay, SSVP, Docking and internal transfer system is ready, and we are at the range rate of minus 0.19, and range is unintelligible. We are standing by for SSVP ready. Flag. SSVP is ready. Please do not send the command to close course scanning antenna, our VKA, at the range of 30 meters. And just a reminder, the breakaway maneuver is enabled. Copy. Okay, minus 0.15 is the range rate, and I see the crosshairs and target is in the center of the periscope. We copy. Range is 35 meters. Range rate is minus 0.15, and the target is below, a little bit to the right. Copy. Please proceed with monitoring of the automatic rendezvous and final approach. Copy. We see the target and the crosshairs are aligned. Copy.
Now only 31 meters away from the station, all systems still running smoothly for a docking just minutes away from now.
Please turn on BPS initial. Operation is on. Enable breakout. The innermost LEDs are not illuminated. Please keep operation on, or Rabota on, and please work for page 24. All right, we are moving on to page 24. We are at the range rate of minus 0.14, and I have disabled the close the course antenna, scanning antenna command, and we confirm. Visually, the range is about 15 meters. Okay, and range rate is minus 0.12. Okay.
Progress now 20 meters away from the International Space Station. In the middle of the crosshairs on the screen, that center point you'll see as Progress continues to move in closer to the station, that alignment of the center point with the docking target that's just underneath the docking port on the Zvezda module.
We confirm
that all coordinated by the core's automated docking system that essentially sends signals back and forth to correspond to the antenna on the Russian segment of the International Space Station to update navigational information for the Progress's computers.
And the crosshairs are aligned. Copy. Range is 10. Copy. Range is 10.
14 meters now separating Progress and the International Space Station.
Range is 7. The target is in the center, and the crosshairs are aligned. Copy.
.11 meters now separating Progress and the station.
Range is 5. The target is in the center of the periscope. Copy. Range is 3 meters. Range rate is minus 0.10. We are standing by for contact. Copy. The target is
6
in the
kilometers
center
away from the International
of the
Space Station.
periscope. We are standing by for contact. Contact confirmed. All right, we did feel it.
Contact confirmed, docking confirmed at 2:45 a.m. Central Time, 3:45 a.m. Eastern Time. As the International Space Station and Progress 83 were flying 269 statute miles over the South Pacific Ocean.
Docking. Congratulations with such a successful docking, guys, to you too. And please, after the retraction, please stand by.
Now we'll stand by for
So
the relative
after
motion
the,
between the vehicle and the station to slow down before the docking probe is retracted on the Progress to enable hooks to close to form a hard mate between the Progress and the
retraction,
International
please
Space
stand by
Station.
and move over to page 27. Copy.
If you're just joining us, we're having live coverage of Progress 83 docking. We just docked 3 minutes ago at 2:45 a.m. Central Time, 3:45 a.m. Eastern Time. As the Progress and the International Space Station were flying 269 statute miles over the South Pacific Ocean. We are currently standing by for relative motion between the vehicle and the station to slow before the docking probe is retracted on the Progress to enable hooks to close to form a hard mate between the Progress and the station. Progress hooks are driving. and hooks are closed between the Zvezda module and the Progress 83 resupply vehicle. And we now have confirmation that the Progress hooks are closed, and we have a hard mate between the Zvezda module and the Progress 83 resupply craft. That completes the Progress 83's flawless launch to docking that began with its liftoff from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan on Thursday at 12:15 a.m. Central Time, which was 11:15 a.m. in Baikonur. The Progress 83 lifted off atop a Soyuz 2.1A booster, which performed a series of 3 nominal burns to propel the Progress into its preliminary orbit, where it began a 2-day, 34-orbit journey to the International Space Station. And just a few minutes ago, the Progress 83 docked to the Zvezda module on the Russian segment of the International Space Station at 2:45 a.m. Central Time, 3:45 a.m. Eastern Time, as the Progress and the station were flying 269 statute miles above the South Pacific Ocean. With the Progress 83 hooks now closed, the Russian cosmonauts in the Russian segment of the station, Commander Sergei Prokopyev and Dmitry Petelin, will begin a series of leak checks to ensure there is a tight seal between the docking interface between the Progress and the Zvezda module, which will set the stage for the opening of the hatch and the start of the unloading of some of the time-sensitive cargo within the 2.8 tons brought up by the Progress. With the hooks closed and the Progress 83 officially docked to the International Space Station, that'll wrap up our coverage this morning. This is Mission Control Houston.
Экипаж МКС СУПа Москва.
Station Moscow, Space to Ground 1.
Отвечаю.
Go ahead.
Сергей, можно работать
Sergey,
по 27-й странице.
you can put 4 points.